the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.
Should we start?
Your statement has never been more true than now. I mean, you think about the way that we've just kind of all been guinea pigs and how to try to handle a pandemic.
Yeah, right.
And how we've
keep getting shocked.
I don't know. It's hard to say if we failed epically or just poorly. Because I gotta imagine that there are other alternate universes where they tried other things and it was worse.
It worked. Yeah. It was worse.
And other times when it was certainly better.
Right.
But I don't feel like, based on where we are today and when it started back in March of 2000, like we did a great
March of 2000.
job. Yeah, 2000. That's when this all began. 2020.
It's like this has been going on for 21 years.
21 years.
21 years. Yeah. It does feel like it, though, doesn't it?
That tells you where I am in my brain. I'm 20 years ago. I think it's 2001. I'm not even up to the time. I think. See, that's the plague.
You're right.
It's the plague in my brain.
It does feel like we can hear some rattling over there. Listen to that. You want to know why we hear rattling?
Why do we hear rattling?
Because
Jacob?
there's more than Elise.
What?
There's more than Elise. We've got another producer back here on the back of the show. We've got another person on the mic. Doesn't have her own mic yet, but we're working on it. So right now they're doing the classic, like when doo-wop singers lean in on one mic.
So are you trying to tell me that the podcast is even bigger than it was before?
It's
even more
bigger.
More folks, more assistants, more help.
Yes. When you've won as many awards as we have, and you travel.
We travel constantly.
When you travel the globe, you need to.
We've been traveling since 2000.
You need to grow the show, and that's what we've done.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you already know Elise, but I would like to welcome our latest addition to the Biofriendly Podcast. So please tell the world hello, Veronica Cabon.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, chatter. I love it. Our celebration peaked the mics out again.
It's a rager in here.
It is. It's a rager.
So Jacob's going to go down and unpeak.
We need a soundboard.
Yeah, we do need a soundboard. We do. We need to add more technology because I feel like there's not enough things.
There's stuff everywhere
facing me.
Oh my gosh! A soundboard. Can you imagine? Pew 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 pew. Like little green. Like what's our eco-friendly? What would be a really great soundboard is like things that you've said completely out of context.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die.
Are we gonna add my bye?
Yeah, bye.
Yes. Is this something we don't agree with?
Yes, totally. If we have somebody says something that we don't like, I just go, bye.
We need to get this started.
Or Jacob saying things like travel, travel.
Travel.
Smithsonian.
Yeah.
I have great skills speaking words.
Well, you think about how many words you've said and how many you've gotten wrong.
Exactly.
They're actually pretty good.
The ratio's not bad.
Pretty good.
The ratio's not bad. Well, guys, we did start the show already. I know we didn't officially say like we're going now. The tailgate was here before the audience started listening to the show.
But we've been going for
since 2020.
Since 2020, probably. Yeah. Now already in 2001.
Already in 2001.
Where Noel is
still going. But we can start. We got Veronica, we got Elise, we got Noel, we got Jacob. This is the Biofriendly Podcast, and it's one of my favorite times of year. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the spooky season.
What's special about this time?
As Noel grabs the cobwebs that he so artfully decorated around our table.
Was pretty artful, if I say so.
Oh, very artful. Very artful. So today, before we dive in, how's everybody doing? Amazing.
Excited.
Wow. Amazing and excited. We got nothing but positive vibes coming from over there. How's this guy doing in 2001?
Well, things are looking good in 2001. The future is bright. Getting good grades.
Yeah.
Future's so bright.
Oh no!
Wait, no.
No, that's not the song
I
from that era.
forgot the first one though. It's feeling all right. Getting good grades. Future's so bright.
Gotta wear shades.
That's how I'm feeling in this situation.
There's no way that either of these two young people know that song.
No.
No way.
Can I get a have
Can I get a
either of you
confirmation?
ever heard that those lyrics before in your life?
Not at all.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing all right, getting good grades. The future's so bright.
Got a wish.
You're gonna keep singing it.
Yeah, of course. Why would?
It's like, wait, you're gonna actually keep
You gotta
singing
keep going.
because we don't know it. We already told you we don't know it. We don't need to hear your
We're just
version.
sitting here like.
Yeah, that's classic us. We went on a lunch walk with these two the other day, and a joke started going, and me and Noel were still talking, and Elise turned and she goes, "They're still on the same joke from before."
Yeah, we know we're not doing well when our audience starts talking to each other.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I feel like we've maybe added too much help to the
Too
show.
much-
Yeah,
too
much.
they don't like what we do anymore.
You're done. This is it. It's your last podcast. Look, don't you guys know? Just laugh at our jokes. We can't get our children to laugh at our jokes. We can at least get our employees to laugh.
Just,
We're
well,
millennials.
two rules. You have to know barely heard of 1980s
Songs.
rock and roll songs that died before they showed up.
Yes, exactly.
And laugh at our jokes.
Yeah.
That's the two things. Yeah.
Well, no, we're kidding. We love it. It always keeps us in check. It helps these two old fogies remember our place in the world. And that's what's important.
Yep.
Because the people listening to the Biofriendly Podcast are also like going, I don't remember that
Well, they're
song.
not our age. They're
No,
their age.
No, they're their age.
And younger.
We're a hit with Gen Z.
Oh, we're huge. They're huge in
Big
the Gen
hit
Z,
with Gen Z.
pool.
Yeah, we're eco dads.
Yeah, we are. That's it. That's
The
as good as it's gonna get for
dads.
us.
Yeah, I'll
That
take it.
just sounds so much worse than just a regular dad.
Does it? I thought it sounded fun. So,
More nerdy, like.
note to self: cancel T-shirts that I ordered for Noel and I that say "Eco Dads." Oh, boy.
Elise's job is to cringe whenever she hears something that the Z's aren't gonna like.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
But I like
eco
it.
dads? I don't know about that.
Eco Dads. They're Eco Dads.
Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna save the world.
Yes, we are. We are. One bad joke at a time. Well, let's dive into today's subject, shall we?
Should we talk about the environment?
Let's talk about the
Okay,
environment.
let's talk about the
we
environment.
vamped.
We did.
vamped.
That was a good opening vamp.
It's a good opening vamp.
Yeah.
Today's subject.
Oh, actually, we have to say this month, good opening vampire.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can I get a cringe? No, no cringe.
Can I get a cringe?
You got a silent cringe.
Can I get a cringe from the gallery? Yes. No, we vampired, and so now which is basically we sucked the life from.
We sucked all of the life out of this show, out of the audience,
out of everyone.
Yeah,
So we're gonna go
Success.
into good segue. It is the Halloween. It's the spooky season. So we are gonna do a subject today, which is called nature. You scary.
Really?
Yes.
So we're gonna get people to be frightened of
Yes,
the very
yes.
thing they're trying to save.
Yes. We
Okay.
want you to
Like
be a little
Garrett
freaked out.
yesterday.
Huh? Like where?
Like Garrett yesterday.
Yes, like Garrett, our waiter. He said, "I'm scared."
He sat down. No, he didn't sit down. He leaned in close, and he looked at us. He goes, "I'm scared." We realized later he said, "I'm Garrett," but we could have sworn that he said, "I'm scared."
We thought he told us flat out
so
that he was
we
scared.
didn't know if we were going to die.
Yeah.
We didn't know if
We thought it was going to be the most dangerous lunch we
Like,
ever
wow,
had.
is this like an escape room? If we don't get out in 30 minutes, we're going to die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more advanced escape rooms is they don't tell you, and
They don't tell you exactly. Yes, and it's death if you don't make it out.
Yeah.
It's not you're just going to be there.
Certain death.
Yeah, someone doesn't come and open the door and say you failed.
Yeah.
You
just die.
it's just swinging axes flying through the room.
Yeah. So no, we're going to talk about what inspired this was during the Halloween season we've done stuff about Halloween candy, we've done stuff about things that you can do to decorate around the home. They're sustainable. But this time I saw this picture of this thing called a corpse plant.
Oh.
Have you heard about the corpse plant?
Yeah.
It is the biggest plant in the world. It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is huge.
It's the largest plant in the world.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I thought that's what it said on this. It could be somebody making up stuff here. But
Like bigger than that. Are they saying plant as in like?
Well, maybe
like non-tree plant.
all right, it says the Amorphophallus Titanum, the corpse flower. The corpse flower is infamous.
Okay.
It is known for having the largest flower on Earth. So the
Largest flower on
Flower,
Earth.
so not plant. My bad. Thank you. Hold your calls. Largest flower on Earth. But it's also known for emitting the most foul aroma of rotting flesh.
Wow.
Yeah, this thing's huge. There's pictures of people standing next to a corpse flower, and it's really big.
Like
the size of a human being. Like I would say, like of an
flower
average.
is the size of a human being.
Yeah, it can get that big.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just
crazy, right?
The whole plant or just a flower?
I don't know.
It looks like it's just a flower.
Just the flower.
What?
Yeah, that's huge,
God,
right?
That's a
Like
big
it kind of
flower.
looks like a tulip,
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's like
yeah. It says. So what's meters? Pardon my
Meter
American.
is about 3 feet.
Okay. The corpse flowers can reach a whopping 3 meters in height.
The corpse flower?
Yes.
So
No-
that's actually,
nine-
no, it's a little more than 3. That's like almost 10 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
That's insane, right? That's huge.
That's a big flower.
It's a big flower
and it smells like a dead guy.
It smells like a dead or girl. It doesn't matter.
Girls don't smell bad.
No,
when they
yeah,
die.
you're right. You're
No,
right.
no,
Girls
they-
smell lovely when they die.
Women smell lovely
Men
from beginning of
stink
life to end.
to end, and even after.
in the bathroom.
That's right.
When they're working out.
It's always fragrant flower.
When they're covered in pasta.
Yes.
I don't know why they'd be covered in pasta. All the reason they always smell nice.
Covered in
Men,
pasta.
however, generally stink.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when we die, we are the
We
worst.
were the worst. The corpse flower's odd aroma is an evolutionary effect which grew to attract carnivorous insects in order to achieve pollination. Isn't that cool?
Wow. So they get pollinated by the carnivorous insects?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Because it smells like rotting.
I wonder I wonder in the history of the corpse flower, back in the old days, in caveman days,
Caveman
for a
days,
corpse flower.
when the corpse flower was only 1 meter
yes.
in height.
1 meter in height and smelled like glistening sundew.
Yeah, smelled like one of our
What is that?
smelled like one of our candles that we
Smelled
that
like
we,
one of the candles
that we love.
that we use. Everybody in the office has their own candle. We combine flavors to make a Voltron of scent.
Smells. Yeah.
Yeah, in the office, and it's quite lovely.
It's quite lovely. Isn't it?
It really is. It really
They're
is.
asleep.
I'm like
That's
looking
it.
at this
They're
flower
asleep.
still. I'm like studying this
They're
flower.
researching the corpse flower.
They're doing their job.
Yeah, they're doing
their job.
They're researching.
No. So in the caveman days of the corpse flower,
Mm-hmm.
but way back when it smelled nice and it got pollinated by normal
Right.
bugs. I wonder what it was about the flower. I wonder if the fact that it was so huge confused the regular, like bees and flies and things
Yeah.
that are not carnivorous. And I wonder if that was the issue. Like it was so big that they're like, well, we don't have to worry about that. That's just a dead dude.
Yeah.
Except that he smells nice.
Yeah, he smells
Yeah.
nice. And then the corpse flower was like, I got to start stinking up the place.
Yeah. I gotta reek because if I
got to get
reek,
the carnivorous insects.
yes, and
Isn't that cool?
Insects that'll eat people will come and pollinate my plant.
My buds.
My buds.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
make more giant corpse flowers.
That is fascinating, isn't it? Nature is amazing that over millions of years, a plant figured out in order to become 10 feet tall, I just got to get the blood-eating bugs to
come
pollinate
to me,
here.
which
Yeah.
means I just gotta stink it
stink.
up. I gotta reek.
Yeah. Smart corpse flower.
I mean, it's
amazing.
still alive.
It's still alive.
A lot of plants aren't.
Yeah. And this is cool. This is the last fact that is really cool.
Okay.
Even weirder,
Yeah.
the corpse flower can warm itself up to further resemble dead flesh when attracting flies and dung beetles. It
wanna
can
see
warm,
that.
right?
I need to see that.
This is cool.
Warm itself up.
Right.
Okay, but okay. Wait.
Can warm itself up. It
Yeah.
can self heat.
I get that, but isn't a dead body cold? Oh, maybe maybe it wants to be warm enough that it's like just dead.
Yes. I
Like,
think that's it.
Somewhere in between.
The corpse flower is specific.
Wow.
It wants to stink and be warm.
This actually comes back to mutations and
Yeah.
coronavirus. We talk about that with survives, right?
Yeah,
You keep trying things, and then if you continue to live, then that thing works.
Yeah.
But then if you don't continue to live, then you die, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's just like a matter of over millions of years that flower kept just trying, like the new mutations would happen.
Yeah.
And then eventually enough mutations came to the point where it's like I can survive by smelling like I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Warming
And
up.
Warming up.
And being 10 feet tall.
Incredible.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spend all my time on plants because there's also destinations around the world.
Well, you've only done one plant.
Okay, so I should go do some more plants.
I'm just saying.
I get nervous.
You do you. Boo.
I get nervous because I don't want to just be like I don't want people.
Yeah.
Noel to go.
Me.
Did you only bring me plants here on Nature? You
I
scared
am
me?
pretty critical. In the middle of the show, I'll give him a hard time, and I should feel bad. I feel bad about
No,
that.
don't
I
feel
should-
bad.
I
Don't
should
feel
be a
I'm just-
kinder co-host.
I'm trying to be better.
Yeah.
You're
trying to mutate.
Yeah, I'm trying to mutate. I'm
Into
trying to
a better
smell
Jacob.
like a warm body. It smells like rotten flesh. No, there's a couple other really cool ones. Some that I've never heard of. There's
Let's do the most scary.
Most scary. So there's two, I would say. There's the bleeding tooth fungus.
Oh my God, what?
It literally looks like, here, I'll put a picture of it right there.
Here. Oh my God, can you see that? That's gross.
It kind of looks like
right here. The audience
it kind of looks like a rotting, bloody brain right there. So you can see that, right?
Oh.
So it kind of looks, it's
that is scary.
You're right. It's kind of creepy.
And it looks like it's in a spider web. Go back.
Yeah, exactly. So it's called the Hinellum pecky. The bleeding tooth fungus.
Disturbing.
Yeah, it's really disturbing. It kind of looks like a brain.
Yeah.
And then there's this other one. I'm looking for the great picture of it.
Is there a reason why the bleeding tooth fungus looks like a bleeding tooth fungus?
Let's see what they have to say. Mushrooms are already rather odd-looking plants.
They are.
Known for having multiple poisonous variants, but mushrooms can be somewhat charming in the context of being described as fairy houses.
That's true. Yeah, like a Smurf home.
Right, exactly.
mushroom.
Yeah, the Hydnellum, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, the Hydnellum pecky, by contrast, isn't going to be considered a suitable home for any fairy. Like its nickname implies, the fungi produces gross, jammy substance from its pores. So yeah, it's reddish, jammy, slimy-looking stuff. It kind of looks like blood, like congealed blood.
Is there any more about what the jam is or what the jam does?
No.
No, that's okay.
That's okay.
We'll look it up one day.
Yeah, it's call now if you know a lot about the. By the way, I think somebody might have commented on the YouTube stream over there. Can you are your eyes?
It looks like Elise McCarthy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Elise, giving me.
She's getting the ball rolling.
She's getting the ball. She's getting the conversation started, right?
I just let people know that they can comment.
I appreciate. Well, that's sweet.
That is nice.
That's sweet. Well, dadgummit, I have these 4 pages up, and I can't find the picture of the one. It was this one called Zombie Fingers.
Give me zombie fingers.
I know I'm looking for. Come on, Zombie Fingers, where the heck are you?
So before the show, when Jacob was prepping, what happened was he got busy because, as you know, we have Veronica's now on the team, and Veronica is going to be starting to take over some of the stuff and helping to make it so that Jacob doesn't get lost in the middle of looking. For
things, and I actually have the things.
But he
in front of me.
he's been training her on stuff, so all of this amazing stuff you cannot see in the background that's setting up to record these Facebook Lives and record the audio and get the video and all that was set up in part by Veronica today with Jacob's help.
We worked together. She saw the whole ridiculous.
You may have to just search for corpse fingers again, my friend.
Yeah.
I just read.
You found it. Okay, you're gonna have to get closer to the mic, Elise. You're too far back.
Which one's this about?
Oh, I was talking about the red tooth fungus.
Oh,
okay, good. She's gonna do that while you look for the you look for the fingers.
I'm on it.
So it says why it oozes that red jelly is because the when it gets moist, I can't talk today right now.
No,
I had it in my
It's only a
head.
podcast.
It's only a podcast. Nobody's
Two
listening.
Yeah.
So it oozes the water. So the water comes through the oh my gosh.
Well, like the pores of the mushroom or something?
Yeah.
It won't come out. Oh my gosh.
You're doing great. So
Basically, it just oozes droplets from
droplets.
and the roots. So it's coming out of the top of the mushroom.
So it's water?
Yeah, it's basically water, and the roots, I'm guessing, are probably
Have whatever that red
like a tint
stuff
to
is,
it, yeah.
and then probably something that makes it kind of coagulate a little bit.
Probably from the soil as well, too.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right.
That's good stuff.
Took me so long to say that.
That's okay. It's okay. Gave you
needed to
so
vamp.
much time. You vampired.
Right.
Yeah, she vampired.
She vampired. I found it.
You found
this
it.
peculiar fungus grows on decaying tree trunks and looks like zombie fingers.
What?
I'm going to show you right there.
Oh, God.
Isn't that amazing?
Or toes.
Yeah, it looks like toes. Yeah, nature's
both.
beautiful, yes, but it can also be very
The
bizarre.
picture's right here, folks.
Yeah,
for those
there
who
you
wanna
go.
See. So, and for those who are not watching on YouTube, it's like they literally...
Xylaria Polymorpha.
They look like little toes or fingers popping out from...
Isn't that gross?
That's like...
Yeah.
Disturbing.
Yeah.
Is there any information about the...
Yeah. So it basically says... the Xylaria polymorpha is a type of fungus commonly found throughout the deciduous forests of North America and Europe. It tends to grow in numbers, or rather colonize on
or deciduous?
Oh, maybe it is deciduous.
Okay. I don't
know. Yeah, that is deciduous. What does that mean? A decisive place?
It's just a type of forest. There's like lots of
deciduous forest.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it said deciduous. Yeah, you're right. Deciduous. Well, guys, this just goes to show you I don't know what I'm doing.
It shows to go, yeah.
Yeah, it shows to go. You. Deciduous forests of North America and Europe. It tends to grow in numbers, or rather colonize on dead or decaying wood, such as a tree that may be under stress due to disease or water deficit. So it feeds on death.
What?
Yeah.
It feeds on death?
Yeah, so like if the tree is dying or it's sick, that's when the mushroom shows up.
So it
See,
is like
nature, you scary.
It is a zombie.
It totally
plant.
is.
That's wow.
Yeah, creepy, right?
I'm creeped.
It's a very deciduous thing.
Deciduous. While you're back there, look at the different types of forests.
Yeah.
That are out there, so that we can give the audience
What the heck
the
deciduous
full
means.
understanding of all the different types of forests.
All right. Well, now we're going to move on from plants because there's quite a lot. While she's looking up different
So
forests.
what do we have next on? So
Oh my
we're done
gosh,
with plants.
so
What's
Yeah, we're going to move on to locations.
locations? Nature has scary locations.
Oh, yeah. There's a place called Blood Falls, Antarctica, Noel.
Blood Falls, Antarctica.
Yeah.
How often have you been to Blood Falls, Antarctica?
Every summer.
Yeah, it's a nice place to go in the summer.
It's great. I take the family.
Yeah?
We just, it gets hot in LA.
Yeah.
And like, kids, get in the car.
Get
We're
in
going
the
to
car.
Blood Falls, Antarctica.
It is lovely down there that time of year.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
like 10 degrees. It's
Yeah,
so warm.
It's lovely. And the blood just flows like wine.
So you want to know what types of forests there are?
What are the types of forests and why are they called that?
Deciduous.
Well, there's lots. There's more than deciduous.
I know, but I just wanted to know what the heck
Oh.
deciduous even means.
I got evergreen forest,
Yeah.
dry deciduous.
Deciduous, that's it. Dry.
I can't read
That's what it
deciduous.
means then. That's a type of forest that's like kind of dry and rotting, I'm guessing.
No.
No?
There's no.
So
What,
there's
what is it?
humid deciduous.
Humid deciduous.
So
Good.
that might be
Yeah.
where the blood to.
That's probably where that's
mushroom.
what's going on.
The scrub and thorn forest.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go there. Desert vegetation,
Mm-hmm.
Himalayan vegetation, tidal or mangrove forest.
Okay.
That's
That's it. So then tell us then what does deciduous mean?
Let's see.
I've got it. Shedding its leaves annually.
So maybe
That's it.
not.
So the fall forests
Yeah, deciduous. It's a
and the evergreen forests would be like the ones you see up in the mountains,
Yeah.
right? And then that's the mangrove forest. So that's interesting. I mean, anyways, the point is. Lots of different fun types of forests.
Yeah, certain trees and shrubs falling off or shed at a particular season. So deciduous is a tight, like shedding the leaves annually.
It's interesting that it's particular season because I wonder
Yeah.
if there's now that we don't know about or we haven't
Yeah.
heard about, are there trees, and this is something we can look up, that shed like in the summer or shed in the spring or shed at a time that's not the fall, not autumn.
We need a forest expert.
We need to just go to these forests.
That's a
I think
great
that's a good
idea.
idea. That's a good idea.
Okay, let's pack up the gear and let's go.
Yeah.
But back to my summers in Blood Falls, Antarctica. The name says it all. Blood Falls and East Antarctica, McMurdo dry valleys look like slowly pouring scarlet red blood, staining snowy white Taylor Glacier and Lake Bonny below. It's a surprising and creepy sight to behold. It is.
The pictures here. So
It looks like murder has been happening on the ice.
So basically, what for those of you who are listening and not watching, it's as if on the side of a snowy cliff there is a blood red river falling down and going into a scabbed, blackened, dark red beach.
Yeah.
That it's like a dark red. It's like a beach that looks like it's been scabbed over, and then this redness kind of pours out into the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a blood fall.
It does, right?
Yeah.
And it says it's not blood, so kids, don't be afraid.
Yeah.
It's not really blood.
Right.
It's not water dyed by red algae.
Okay.
It's the ochre tint comes from an extremely salty subglacial lake. That's why it's very salty. Subglacial lake
So it's
that's
a bleeding
spilling
lake.
out. Yeah, it's bleeding lake.
Okay.
Yeah. Bleeding lake causes Blood Falls, Antarctica.
That is lovely.
Now, this next one, I'm sure you guys have seen pictures of, and it's kind of been a phenomenon that I've known about for a long time, but I never understood why it happened. But have you ever heard of the sailing stones?
The sailing stones. I have
Yeah.
not. That
So
sounds
this is
awesome.
like you'll often see pictures of like desert.
Okay.
And they'll see these rocks in the middle of this field, and there's a trail.
Okay.
Because the rock has moved on its own. So it's been one of those mysteries that people have gone, why is this happening? Is it aliens? Is there some kind of like phenomenal
Moves on its own.
on its own? They're called the sailing stones. And so basically you see it like somebody came and pushed it, but there's no footprints. There's nobody around. So we're like, how is this happening?
Wow.
Okay, so this has been studied for a long time, but
where are they? Where are they?
let's see if I can see exactly. Okay, when visitors Death Valley. Valley. That's it. When visitors stumbled upon scores of heavy stones that appeared to have moved across the dried lake bed of Racetrack Playa in California's Death Valley National Park, leaving a telltale trail in their wake, scientists were baffled. And this went on for years, because I remember seeing these pictures and it was like, how is this happening? How are giant rocks being pushed across this desert floor? Why is that happening? Yeah. Okay, but they were, and adding to the mystery, some trails were gracefully curved, while others were straight with sudden shifts to the left or right.
Right.
And they were always wondering, is somebody doing this? Is it aliens? What's happening?
Right.
But a scientist in 2006 from NASA, he figured out he developed a kitchen table model using a small rock frozen in an inch of water in a Tupperware container to discriminate. Man, I'm really killing it today on the words.
Discrimination is where you look at the Yellow Pages directory and you start ripping them out to just remove them, to exterminate them forever. And then that's how you discriminate something.
That's from a movie, no?
Is it?
I feel like there's
I
been
hope so.
somebody that has done that.
Demonstrate ice shove.
Or another thing is if you got a great pair of jeans, right, and you want them to have that kind of like etched up, like it's old, like used up kind of look, but you don't want to wear them very long, then you discriminate them. You make them very you make them distressed, and then you throw them away.
The latest trend amongst kids is discriminating their jeans.
Discriminated jeans.
But when they're not doing that, this NASA scientist named Ralph Lorenz developed a kitchen table model.
Loren is a NASA scientist?
Ralph Loren.
He makes discriminated jeans.
It all comes together. He put water in a Tupperware container to discriminate. I did it again. I quit. This has been really great. Nature is so scary, you guys. Thanks for joining us, the Biofriendly Podcast. We are your beacon of light in a gloomy environment.
Carefully avoiding me in the kitchen.
That's great. This is good. This is really good. We hit enough time. That's good. Thanks you guys for joining us through the tailgate.
We did great. Look, if someone keeps saying a word enough times in your head, then you're screwed. You're just going to keep saying it. What is the word?
Demonstrate. Whoa. I'm just trying to read.
I wish the audience could see the reaction of the ladies in the background when he said demonstrate. They're like, what?
No, the problem is it's not that I can't read the word. It's that literally when I see this word demonstrate, all I can hear is
discriminate.
Yes. In a Tupperware container to demonstrate ice shove, the phenomenon behind the mysterious sailing stones.
Okay. What is ice shove?
So it was ice shove that caused it.
What is ice shove?
In winter, Racetrack Playa fills with water and the lake bed stones become encased in ice.
Please pause. Please, just for a second. You're a terrific talker. We've been messing with your brain by saying things like discriminate over and over and over and over.
It's going great, Noel. Yeah, it's going great.
But I don't think anyone is going to understand the content.
Okay.
If you don't just give them the good old classic.
In winter, Racetrack Playa fills with water and the lake bed stones become encased in ice. Thanks to ice buoyancy, even a light breeze can send those frozen boulders sailing across the muddy bottom of the lake bed.
Is that what does it?
That's all it was. It was just
that
ice.
That is fascinating.
Yep.
So they freeze.
Yes.
So does it only
encased in ice?
Does it only happen in the winter, or does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's in the wintertime.
In the wintertime. So they get encased in ice. Right. So there'll be like dew in the morning on grass. Right.
Exactly.
Except that dew then freezes into like a nice frozen. Dealio, and then it gets all around the rock, and then it's plenty windy out there. We know that. So normally the rock would be heavy enough it would stay still, but if you slick up the bottom with ice, it pushes right along.
Bingo. That was a great demonstration.
That's terrific. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway,
you said that word really well.
I did. I know how to say demonstrate any day of the week. I can demonstrate how I can say that word. So that's one of the main ones. There's a bunch of others in here that I don't think are scary.
Let's do
what?
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Let's do it because I feel like we gotta do.
We gotta close out strong.
We gotta do another one.
Okay, I didn't read about this one because it was at the end of the list. It's so fairy circles in Namibia.
What?
Across the arid grasslands of the Namib Desert lies an eerie sight.
Okay.
Millions of circular patches of land void of plants.
Oh, here's a picture right here if you're watching. That is fascinating.
Doesn't that look weird? It looks like Swiss cheese out there.
It does. It's as if, just so the audience will try to describe it. So you've got like a desert, like a flat desert ground there, and then it's like these little scooped up pock marks almost that are kind of
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger face, right? Like it's been burned. Yeah, like the little just as if someone had dug something out to plant something in there, except underneath it, it's got like that little deeper red underneath the brown, and it looks kind of. It
spooky.
does look spooky.
Yeah. I thought this was spooky.
Yeah.
So basically, these millions of patches of scoops, each between 2 meters and 15 meters in diameter.
Yeah.
Arranged in a honeycomb-like pattern across 2,500 kilometers of land.
Wow.
These discs of bare soil, known as fairy circles, pockmark the landscape in Namibia as if giant moss ate through the vast carpets of grassland. Well said.
That is well said.
So I actually don't know if this one has been solved yet. Adding to the mystery, no one knows for certain what causes these otherworldly formations.
Wow.
Nobody knows.
It kind of reminded me of trypophobia.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is there's that phobia about holes in things. Do you have it?
To an extent.
To an extent. Have you heard about this?
No.
It's whenever anybody sees an image of things with a lot of holes in it, it's called trypophobia. And it's like a symptom where if you see that, you immediately can't look at it.
The heebs.
Yeah, and if people have it bad enough, they like literally can't. They're like, I can't look at that. It's making me sick.
Aren't we fascinating? We're such a fascinating mix of people out here. When you figure that there's whatever 7 billion odd of us, and the amount just of variation you get as nature tries to make a better human.
Yeah.
Like just to see the different oddities about us all, like the different things that people have. You know, some people are just like you just see a bunch of holes and it's freaky. Yeah. Some people you get them too high and they lose their mind. You get people like me. You get me squished into a tight space or make it so I can't move, and I start to get like. I get ready to fight. Yeah. Like it is interesting, right? Yeah. Like or like the paper thing.
I have a dry paper phobia.
Yeah, like you touch paper and it messes with you. Yeah. So it's like that's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
There's all these different things.
A couple theories, just so you can say like what scientists are kicking around because they're like, well, it's not fairy circles. Scientists have suggested.
So they've ruled out fairies.
They've ruled out fairies. Well, I'm sure there's one scientist that's like, I don't know, guys, could be fairies.
Fairies seem to be like a
Mr.
It's Keith. It's a scientist from the previous one, right?
That's right. Fairies are a recurring theme so far. They don't live in the blood house that we found, but they live in other mushrooms.
Yes, exactly.
And now here they are potentially
causing these circles,
frightening pockmark holes for everybody. Yeah.
Scientists have suggested radioactive soil, so that toxins released from plants kills the vegetation in circular patterns. That's what they think. Like maybe toxins from the earth. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Others believe the circles are the work of sand termites. Yikes.
Sand termites.
Sand
of Satan.
It's the work of Satan. Fitting for the Halloween show. Sand termites, which is like gives me Beetlejuice vibes, right? Like this giant sandworm. So they think that maybe that's the cause of it. And then it says another hypothesis ascribes the circles to competition for resources. In harsh, what did I say? I just said competition.
It's the COM. I don't know.
You wonder if every word that comes out of my mouth is going to be magic.
Because you put the word before into it was like competition, but it was because you're finishing the last.
Circles
into
to competition.
Yes.
Circles to competition.
Yeah.
Scompetition.
Stompetition.
Today is just very goofy.
We're gonna have a disturminations competition.
Okay, demonstration, disturmination. In harsh landscapes, plants compete for water and nutrients. As weaker plants die and stronger ones grow, vegetation self-organizes into unusual patterns. So there's a lot of theories.
Little theories, yeah.
There's a lot of. It's eerie, it's spooky, it's cool. I'm gonna go with fairies.
It has to be fairies. Because they keep coming up.
The author of this article in particular is like, well, it might be fairies, but we'll talk about what the scientist has to say.
We can't rule out fairies. It's a definite possibility. Now, there are some possible scientific explanations, ice under the rock, but let's not rule out fairies.
Cut to the person writing the article, a fairy on a giant keyboard, punching in the letters.
Just jumping on the letters from one after another.
Definitely a fairy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, besides that, there's a lot of funny pictures that I saw along the way that I was like, oh, Noel would get a kick out of this. And there's animals like here.
Give me some.
Okay,
we're gonna do a rush of pictures that you're gonna see up here, and we'll do our best to describe them.
Okay.
We won't tell you what they mean or what they are. We're just gonna show photos, and then we'll wrap up the show.
So there was this fish that they had a picture of, and all they put was Smithers. I'll show you.
This fish, you can see it on the screen now. So the fish,
it looks like Daddy.
Smithers is fun. He looks like
He looks
like
Mr.
Mr.
Burns.
Burns.
He
Yeah,
does, right?
he's got an eye and a nose that's just protruding out of the top of his head.
That's
great.
Simpsons, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Is that the penis flower?
No, this was the snakehead
one more.
caterpillar. Oh, one more?
Yeah, what's that? Oh, that's a thumb.
Easy llama.
Easy llama.
No, there is a penis flower.
Yeah, there is.
There is.
We shared it once on the Painless Green. We didn't put it on our public because the image of it was shocking.
Yeah,
It was shocking.
Remarkably-
It was like
it's a true to life drawing.
yeah, it was very very on point.
God.
Oh, there they are. After all this time, there's the devil's fingers.
You know what else pops
What?
up when I search penis flower?
I don't know. I don't
Are we
know.
allowed
The
to-
corpse flower.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Really?
Interesting. Interesting.
Well, go back to the devil's,
This one. So this must be a different kind of fungus. This is called the devil's fingers
devil's
fungus.
fingers fungus. That thing is great. Here's a picture of the devil's
devil's-
fingers
there you go.
fungus right here. It looks like an octopus.
It does. It looks like an octopus coming up from the ground.
It's a plant that opens up, and it's like its leaves fold over, and they have little like suction cup thingies on them.
Yeah.
And it's red, and it's black, and it's really
That looks straight out of the
really
movie
creepy.
Alien.
And then they show how it's kind of born or how it comes out there, and it looks like it looks like it's coming out of an alien like a cocoon.
Yeah, I think that's why I was thrown. I was searching for one thing and I forgot that zombie toes
Are
and
not
devil's
the same as devil's fingers.
So totally different.
That's a good one.
This
oh
one's-
my God, who are those guys?
There's husks of dead flowers in a garden. They look like skulls and plague masks. So somebody took this photo of these dead flowers. That's kind of spooky.
Dead
right?
flower, they do. That's spooky. Oh, look at that alien.
Samothea exigua is a type of parasite that enters a fish's gills, eats their tongue, and then replaces it. That is alien.
Oh my God, that is the worst
Wait, what is this called?
thing. Oh my God. So this is scary this is the most horrifying thing
We're ending strong.
of the entire deal.
Yeah.
This freaking parasite, it goes into a poor fish's gills,
Yep.
works its way into the tongue,
Eats the tongue.
and then replaces it and starts taking the food away from the fish as it's trying to
That's
live its
freaky.
life. And it's ugly.
It's so ugly.
It looks like a little alien inside of a fish's head. What
Yeah.
a disaster.
that-
What is that?
What if that's
What, this
where
one?
they got
Yes.
Alien versus Predator from?
It just says Mama Centipede protecting her babies.
Oh, that is good. Here's a picture of that. Just
Yeah.
the mama
Yeah,
centipede
'cause we're-
curled up, protecting her babies.
I love how nosy.
Here, look,
Because
look,
we put
look.
it right as you
look,
can see.
look,
right,
yeah, you
right
can see it right there. Yeah.
The mama said that is
Freaky, right?
freaky looking. Nature
Yeah.
is scary.
Nature is scary. Now, these aren't necessarily these last few on the list because this is on a site called Bored Panda, and they're not really focused on science of things. This was just like a bunch of photos of like creepy stuff. A lot of these are just like,
But are they natural?
yeah. So an abandoned hornet's nest they found that looks like.
A nest my dad found in his shed that hadn't been in for a couple of years. The head is a part of a wooden statue. Oh, that is crazy.
So it's a hornet's
Okay.
nest that built itself around a wooden statue. So it's very ghostly,
That's cool.
zombie
There's two
looking.
things about that.
I would
One
keep
is
it there.
it is freaky as all get out to
It
see
is.
that zombie sitting in the corner of his
It is.
dad's office. The
Right.
second thing is where the hell has his dad been for the last 70
Not
years?
working.
He's not in the office.
Not in the
because
office.
it doesn't. You don't build a hornet's nest overnight, right?
Yeah,
That's
no,
not
no.
that took, and especially one of that size.
That's
That's
a
a
huge
massive
one.
nest.
That's
Right.
his dad.
Yeah.
That's actually his dad.
his dad.
It's a
It's
lie. It's a lie. He's
It's
trying
my
to
dad.
make us think that it's
Right.
a sculpture. It's like no, that's
That's your dad.
Yeah. Again, so
Yeah.
then the very last one.
Very
we'll do.
last
The very
one.
one. This lava pit looks like it's sucking the souls of the damned into hell.
Oh, that is a good picture. It's right here up, and you can see.
Yeah.
It. So basically, it's just
I want to go there.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, that's something that would happen with lava, right? Because
Yeah.
the rock's dry, and it's kind of like the as it moves
Yeah,
and
the
swirls
flow.
and coagulates
Right,
and flows,
right.
it kind of dries
Yeah.
into interesting patterns.
Yeah.
But yeah, that particular one, and
Yeah.
we should put that. We should put some of these pictures on the painless green.
Oh,
too,
definitely.
so people can see them.
With this episode, episode,
Yeah.
excuse me, we will put some images that we highlighted in the show. They'll also appear in the video. But if you're more of a listener of the show, which a lot of people are, you're just listeners, so we'll miss out on all these spooky, creepy things. What I want to do is I want to put together a really nice demonstration for our fans of our show.
What's
so
that? What?
that's it. That's
Are
it.
you dancing?
I'm gonna
Are you gonna dance?
I'm gonna dance. Great demonstration. A dance-instaration. That's it, guys.
I don't like that word as much as the original.
Dance-instaration. I can't remember what the other one was.
Distermination.
Distermination. You know what? I've realized that before we do podcasts, I'm going to start going red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, unique New York, unique New York. I'm going to start doing the tongue twisters like we did in the theater days.
Yeah.
So I can kind of loosen up the tongue.
Yeah, loosen up. Get that mouth ready to go.
Because some mornings I feel like the first words I utter are on the podcast. Like I don't speak. I wake up, I don't talk, and then suddenly I'm talking and my mouth is going, what are we doing now?
Right.
What's
Well,
this? What's happening?
Counterpoint.
Yes. I talk too much.
Could it be? Could it be that the audience loves it? That it's part of what makes joy come to everyone's heart.
The charm.
That you are kind of scrambling to try to read the thing as it's going on, and then you're going through reading too fast and then saying
Maybe
the wrong
so.
word. Isn't that part of the thing?
I guess you're right. Maybe
Also, having Veronica is going to help this too, because now with Veronica doing the research on what shows we're going to do, and she'll be able to help. She'll probably spend more time like looking through, like, well, here's what we're going to go through.
These are the actual points,
and being like a little more readied because you've got 6 other jobs going on. So just for the record, so people don't treat Jacob too poorly.
Thank you.
One of the reasons Veronica's here is to help so that Jacob doesn't have to discriminate all the time. Discriminate all the time.
Always discriminating with my phone book and my jeans.
No, because just a lot of things happening at once. And so you get time to do the podcast and you're like, okay, here's my notes. And so you're coming on live with the notes, but not having necessarily spent a lot of time looking through all of the stuff so you can just memorize like offhand, right?
Yeah.
So if Veronica's got that in the background, then you could look at it and say, oh, what's this? And talk about it. And then when I have all my questions, she's gonna be ready to go.
That's true.
She's gonna drop knowledge.
You know what this show has done wonders for? My marriage.
Yeah.
Because every time my wife insists that I could probably do more than one thing at a time, I go, watch the show.
Watch the show.
You'll see that I've got like one thing that can fire at a time. If I've got to look up an article, figure out this.
If I try to do 2 things.
Oh boy, everything just falls to pieces.
So
I'd like to thank the Biofriendly Podcast for saving my marriage. I appreciate it.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Jamie's she's listening. She's like, I've never once accused you of not being able to do more than things at once.
What the infamous Jamie moment for me was when she came into the podcast talking about the air conditioner.
The air conditioner,
yes.
right? When we did the
made it
show, and I was talking about the air conditioner, and she was correcting me in the comments.
As you were going.
Yeah, because I was totally saying it all wrong. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, one of our favorite things to do, just on that topic, is we like to give Jacob gum and then watch him try to walk. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
I have some in my bag.
Yeah. If you do it at lunch, you guys will be like, "Where's Jacob?" And I'll be laying on the ground, face down,
just chewing the gum because he can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Couldn't possibly do that. I don't know how anybody does
pops
that.
it in his mouth.
Yeah,
he just falls over,
falls to the ground.
It's really funny.
And then if I start walking, you're like, "How's that gum?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I haven't been chewing this entire time."
Where'd the gum go?
Where'd the gum go? 7 years in my belly. Yeah. But anyway. Guys, that was the Nature You Scary episode of the Biofriendly Podcast. There's tons of stuff out in the world that's kind of spooky and scary. And again, this was all just in good fun because it's that time of the year. Mm-hmm. These are all just natural phenomenon on the earth that we think are spectacular and cool, and we wanted to share. And the Sailing Stones was my favorite one. Yeah. Because it is one of those ones.
I'm almost sad that they figured it out. Because it'd be more fun if it was ghosts.
If it was aliens. Yeah, I know. Fairies. I love that idea. Yeah. But at least they haven't figured out the Swiss cheese pockmark. Namibia. That's still
that could be aliens.
That could be aliens.
That could be fairies.
Yeah, it could be fairies. Could be fairies. You never know, says the author. John St. Fairy Klein.
John St. Fairy Klein is a very respected author. And I don't appreciate you trying to say that John St. Fairy Klein is an actual fairy. Because we all know that John St. Fairy Klein is a real life, normal-sized human with no wings or magic.
Famous for the Fairy Saga trilogy. Oh, you guys. Well, we have been your beacon of light in a gloomy environment.
Carefully avoiding neonicotinoids.
We are the Siegfried and Roy and Meryl Streep of podcasts.
This show is a joke.
Never believe.
Step 1, chill out.
Spilling the teeth since 2019.
Technically perfect. And
That's it.
Demonstrating.
then
Discriminating.
discriminating pants.
Discriminating pants.
And traveling.
Yeah, and traveling. Well, thank you, Elise. Thank you. Welcome aboard, Veronica. You got to witness magic in.
Oh my God, is that an attack? Disturbating? Wait.
I don't know if I'll be able to remember it.
Disturbating.
Discriminating.
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 Traveling.
Discriminating while we travel.
Oh boy.
I don't know if Jacob will
I don't
make
know
it.
if I don't-
Jacob, if we do that every week, I feel like Jacob's gonna
I feel like I'm just gonna go
he's
ahead
gonna
and
jump out the window.
just go. Whenever you're ready, Noel. We'll sign off. Ready. Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay! Double bye. Double bye.
It's the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.